counts, and we are running out of time. It is a hard truth, but this is our reality. It is now 85 seconds to midnight.
The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist says the world has never been closer to midnight on the doomsday clock. But what is the doomsday clock? And what does midnight mean?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Since 1947, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist has been using a clock to symbolise the potential of people doing something to end humanity, with midnight symbolising total catastrophe. At the end of the Cold War, the doomsday clock was as close as 17 minutes to midnight. But in recent years, due to rapid global changes, the group has gone from counting down the minutes until midnight to counting the seconds. This year, the group moved the clock from 89 seconds to 85 seconds to midnight, citing the threat of escalating conflicts involving nuclear-armed countries, the increasing use of artificial intelligence without adequate controls, as well as natural disasters linked to global warming and the failure of nations to adopt meaningful agreements to fight it. It singled out US President Donald Trump's efforts to boost fossil fuels and hobble renewable energy, and whether Iran is capable of developing nuclear weapons. But the group has said there is good news. We are capable of turning back the clock, but only if nations work together.
Texas carrying out its first execution of 2026 tonight in Huntsville.
Charles Victor Thompson was put to death for the 1998 murders of his former girlfriend and her boyfriend. 2 Investigates Robert Arnold was a media witness to Thompson's execution and has that story from Huntsville.
I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what happened. That was part of Charles Victor Thompson's final statement before his execution was carried out at 6:50 p.m. Thompson's father and family members of his victims were among those who witnessed his execution.
Today is really about closing a chapter for these 2 victims' families.
Harris County District Attorney Sean Tier witnessed Thompson's execution with Denise Hayslip's son and brother and Darren Cain's parents.
I can tell you there's no joy in what happened. There shouldn't be. This is an incredibly solemn moment when the state takes a life. But the relief that this is over for them was palpable.
In 1998, Thompson shot and killed Hayslip and Cain at her Northwest Harris County apartment. Prosecutors say Thompson was angry. Hayslip broke up with him and started dating someone else. Until tonight, Thompson claimed he never meant to kill anyone.
There was some surprise at that this was the first time that he had admitted guilt, apologized. So for whatever comfort that gave them, it's appreciated.
None of the family spoke after leaving the prison, but in one of the witness chambers after Thompson's execution, we're told Darren Cain's father turned to address the room and said he's in hell. Reporting from Huntsville, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.
update on a fatal overnight crash in Gulfport we first told you about this morning. A 25-year-old woman is dead and an 18-month-old little boy is in critical condition. Harrison County Coroner Brian Switzer telling us 25-year-old Jackie Hanger died on the scene. The 18-month-old boy was in the car with the suffering critical injuries. He was airlifted to USA Medical Center in Mobile. The wreck happened just before midnight on Highway 49 near 34th Street. Kamani King is charged with aggravated DUI that resulted in the death. Gulfport police say the investigation revealed that King struck the victim's vehicle head on and a breath test at the scene was given, and it was resulting with positive of alcohol in his system. King is being held on a $750,000 bond.
50,000 people in the state of Mississippi are currently without power. That's a lot of folks, including more than 56,000 who are just in our viewing area.
WRG's Harrison Klopp has been closely following northern Mississippi the last few days. He joins us now live from Red Banks, Mississippi. That's a small town up Highway 178 from Holly Springs. And Harrison, how is it out there now?
Greg, Stephanie, good evening. You're absolutely right. Red Banks is a small town of just a few hundred people, but nearly everyone we've spoken to is making trips to this Valero gas station, trying to get gas for their generators and get essential food items from inside the shop. If we turn over to the right side of this gas station, you can see we've just had a few new visitors, 2 line trucks that have pulled up. But I'd like to introduce you to 2 friends and 2 local heroes that we've just had the chance to meet. Jamon and Jamon Jr. Guys, we'll bring you in over here. And Holly Springs guys, you're the dad, you're the son, but Jamon, I'll start with you. Tell me what you've been doing today, because it's literally the definition of heroic.
Well, I've been delivering gas. I've been delivering people to Olive Branch where it's warm, safe. They have power there. They've been going to family members. I've delivered food, and just to sum it up, I'm just trying to make sure everybody is able to get warm and comfort and stay out of this cold weather.
And you were telling me before we met, you've delivered how many people was it across Marshall County?
In the last 3 days, at least 20 to 30 people. And from here to Olive Branch, and most of the time I'm taking 2 or 3 different families over there. So they're kind of crunched in, but I'm doing it out of my truck. So.
And you're doing this out of your own goodwill. Why do you feel the need to do this?
Because it's a lot of people that need help, and you can reach out to anybody from around, and you might not get no answers, but sometimes you just got to take it in your own hand and try to help people out as much as you can.
And Jamon Jr., not too bad, spending the last few days with Dad?
Been good. I've seen a lot of people, met a lot of people, hoping to get warmer, get them to warmer spots so they can be warm.
Well, you heard it there, hoping to stay warmer in this cold, cold weather. We will have more tonight on how northern Mississippi is reacting to this weather, including coverage from Corinth, Mississippi, one of the hardest hit areas in our viewing area. But from Red Banks, Mississippi right now, Harrison Klopp, News Leader, WREG, News Channel 3.
All right, appreciate their hard work for their friends and neighbors out there tonight, Harrison.
Watching a yellow cartoon about school cancellations and snowplows. You're wrong. You are watching a survival simulation that we laughed at until the temperature dropped. The United States is about to be buried, and Springfield didn't just predict the snow. It predicted the human collapse that comes with it. Analyze the pattern. In the episode Skinner's Sense of Snow, the system isolates the population. The authorities fail. The infrastructure becomes a prison. We treated it as slapstick. But look at the radar right now. This isn't just weather, it's a system-wide glitch. Nature is running the white void code. Roads erased, power grids straining under the weight of a mathematical inevitability. The writers knew that when the comfort stops, the chaos begins. But here is the disturbing variable everyone ignores. The snow isn't the threat is the dependency. Just like in Mr. Plow, we wait for a savior to clear the path. We rely on a fragile grid that wasn't built for this level of stress test. Springfield showed us that when the snow pile gets high enough, civilization gets very primitive. It's not an accident, it's a behavioral loop. We freeze, we panic, we forget. Repeat. The storm hitting the US isn't just water freezing. It's the simulation pressing pause on your reality. So, ask yourself while you check your thermostat. The warning signs were broadcast 30 years ago. When the lights go out tonight, are you sure they're coming back on? Don't be a background character in this episode waiting to be frozen.